Hello, fashion lovers. Welcome again. It's your girl Florence, the creative director of Floxiify Apparel. So today I'll be teaching you on how to draft this boo dress with an asoke and a fringe. So let's get right into the tutorial. First off, I have my suede bias. Yes, there's something they call suede bias. I have my fringes. This kind of fringe, not the straight one, the one that is together, right? And I have my asoke. This is like a half bundle. Then this fabric is about 4 yards, but I'm not going to be using all the 4 yards. Like you can see, I've folded my fabric. It's on fold, and I'm just going to check the wideness, that's the width, if it will be enough, and it was enough. So what you use in checking your wideness is the size of your shoulder to sleeve. So first off, I went ahead now to mark my neck line. That is, my width of a neckline is about 3.5 inches. Then the length, as you can see, is about 1.5 because I'm cutting out the back pattern of this dress first, and I'm just going to draw a straight line across where I mark, and I'm going to draw a curve to form my round neck, like you can see. Then next up is I'm going to be marking my shoulder line. So my shoulder line is from that my neckline to my actual shoulder line. My shoulder line is about 18 divided by 2, we have 9. Then from that shoulder line, I'm going to go ahead to mark out where I want my sleeve to stop, and I've done that. And from that area where I mark, I'm going to be coming down by 1 inch. Now this will help for my slope shoulder, so I'm going to be connecting it with a ruler to my neckline. Right now, this is called the shoulder to sleeve measurement. So next up, I'm going to be measuring from that 1 inch I came down from the shoulder part, the sleeve area. I'm going to be coming down by the wideness or the width opening of my sleeve. So I'm going to be using 15 because I want it to be very wide, right? You can do 10, 12 as you want, right? So I went up again from my shoulder line and marked my shoulder to bust point, and I'm marking my shoulder to waist, and I'm connecting the lines like this. So from that waistline, I'm going to be marking my waist to hip. So you know that your waist to hip might be 8, 9, 10, depending on the size of the person, right? So I went ahead from that my shoulder to bust to mark out my bust measurement. My bust measurement divided by 4, right? Then I'm going to be adding extra 3 inches for my ease because it's a boo dress. I want it to be very free. So I'm going to be taking the total of that bust measurement. I'm going to be marking it all the way down because the bust is the biggest part of this particular dress. I went on to form a curve from the sleeve opening down to my body measurement. As you can see, I didn't go all the way close to my bust area because it still helps in the ease of the dress. So as you can see, just go ahead and do yours like that. So for the down part, I was not done marking out my body measurement. So from the hip, I went ahead to get the total of what I measured there and mark all the way down to the hem of this dress, right? So, and I'm going to be connecting with a straight line. Then go ahead and cut out what you've marked out. Please don't forget to add your allowance for ease. Remember, it's a boo dress and it's not a fitted dress, so you need to add your allowance. So when I got to that shoulder area, I did not cut on the actual line. I left like ½ inch to cut on it for my joining allowance. So I went ahead to cut my round neck. So this is my back pattern. I'm going to be cutting out my front pattern out. So I folded my fabric again and cut same thing like I cut out for my back pattern, right? So go ahead and cut out your back and front pattern same. So this is my front pattern right now. I'm going to be altering the neck, so I'm coming down by say 4.5 inches. You can use 3, you can use 3.5, right? So I'm going to be coming down by 4 inches and forming a curve around that area. That's my neck. Then you remember that there's a opening, a slit at the middle, right? So when you're done cutting, I'm going to form a slit at the middle of this neckline. I'm going to be coming down by say 2 inches or 2.5 inches, and I'm marking it all the way. Then I'm going to use my scissors to just create an opening like you're seeing right here. So this has given me this particular neckline, and it is very nice. So for my asoke now, the design, I'm going to be marking out the length of what I want, the desire of the length of the asoke I want. So when I'm done marking, I'm also going to go to the neck area and mark out the wideness, that's the width of the design, like what the size I want for this particular dress, right? So I marked out 7, and I came down to that slit area and mark out 10. So if you verify, I'm marking it on the other side too. So when you're done marking the same thing 10, then go up again and mark your 7. If you now verify, like add up everything, you will find out that you're having about 20. So while cutting your asoke should, the width of your asoke should be 20, and the length of the asoke should be your desired length that you marked out there. So I'm going to be cutting out the desired length. Right now I'm going to be cutting out 3 asoke out. So I've marked out my desired length. Say you are using 25 or you're using 20. So go ahead and mark at least 21 if you're using 20, because you'll be folding at the down, right? So I'm marking out to get my straight line, as you can see. Then I'm going to be cutting out. So I've cut out 1 piece. I'm going to be using that 1 piece to cut 3 pieces. So go ahead and do yours like this, and you have what you want. So you can arrange the pattern the way you want it to be. Then for sewing this asoke, you're going to be placing 1 piece over another, but you're not going to be placing it too much. It's just a little, place a little that can help in holding them together, say like 0.5. So I'm trying to verify if it's going to be okay, and it's okay. So the next thing is that you're going to bring the wideness of your sleeve, like your sleeve opening. So what I did was I had about 10, I'll be 15, sorry. So what I'm going to be cutting out is about 30, because it's 2. I don't know if you understand that. So I'm going to be cutting out my sleeve like this. I've marked out the length, and when I'm done, I'm going to be cutting out, but I'm going to be cutting out 2. So whether you want to fold it or you want to leave it like that, it is your option. So on the hem of this particular dress, I'm going to put in an asoke. So I did the measurement of the wideness of that part, and I'm going to be marking it on my asoke. So this is it. I have 2 pieces, right? So this is where it's going to stay on top of the asoke. This is the design, right? You can as well do it as a double or as you may have it. So this is my pocket. The length I'm using is about length 12, right? You can go ahead and do your cutting, like do the pocket cutting. If you've been watching my previous video, you should have known how to cut your pocket, right? So now I'm done joining my asoke, and I'm just going to be placing it over my front pattern like this, and I'm going to be verifying if they are on equal sides by checking the neck width of both sides, and I'm seeing that they are very equal. I'm just going to be marking out this space, like you can see, because I want to flip over my asoke design. So I'm going to be verifying if they are equal on equal sides, and they are on equal sides. So I place it back. Now you're going to be placing the side you want to be the front over the front pattern, right? Just the way you see me do, and pin. And I went ahead to flip over. So I'm going to be sewing round, just the way you see my hand go through the cloth. So I was done sewing with hemming gum. Now the hemming gum helps to relax that neckline. So go ahead, cut out the part you've sewn, notch, remove the pins, and then we're going to be flipping over to the right side, like the way you're seeing me do right away. You can as well go ahead and press on this dress. So next up now, the hem of this asoke, you're going to fold it like this and iron. Then you're going to sew on top of it, right? You're going to sew on top of it so that it can relax. Remember that this is not all, you're going to be adding other designs to it. So now this is the back. The back is very simple. What I did was to cut out like a facing for this particular back pattern, right? But it's now the facing is now in the asoke. So I went ahead now to flip over after I was done sewing the neckline, and this is how it is. So on that edge there, you're going to be folding it in. You first of all fold it in like this, then press on it so that when you're sewing, it is very accurate, right? So I was done sewing this particular thing, and this is how it looks like. This is how the front asoke looks like. Yours should be looking just like this, even better. Yes, even better. So I was done, and this is what the back looks like. It is very beautiful. Please go ahead and iron. In this particular video, I've not ironed yet. So I'm going to be placing the right side over the right side of the back and the front. Right, I know you understand. So I'm going to be joining the shoulder with an 1/2 inch. Then the fringes design, yeah, you're going to be putting it on top of this asoke design. You're putting it on top. You can as well mark out what you want, right? I saw that 4 was not enough, so I decided to add more, right? Depending on what your client wants. So then I'm going to bring out my suede bias, and I'm going to be putting it on top of the asoke, just the way you see me. Then cut on one side. Make sure the suede bias is covering the stitches of the asoke and that of the fringes, just the way you see me do. So I cut them, and I'm going ahead now to sew on it. So this is what it looks like. I've sewn the shoulder, I've joined the shoulder, and I've joined the suede bias and the fringes, and this is what it looks like. So yours should be looking like this if you are following from the beginning. So now next up is me going to join my asoke on my sleeve opening. So I was trying to look at, oh, should I leave it like this or I should fold it? But I decided to go with folding that part, the sleeve band. So I went ahead now to place it on it, and I'm going to be sewing directly. Then on your hem allowance, now notice that we are first of all sewing on the wrong side of the dress. Then you now flip it over to the right side. When you flip it over to the right side like this, you sew on top of the edge, so it's not going to be open, right? So I was done stitching the sleeve band, and I'm going to be shaping my dress. But before you shape your dress, you need to mark out the place or the point where you want your pocket to start from. So on this particular tutorial, I used about 19, depending on the size of your client, right? This is a client's dress. I used 19. Then from that 19, I marked out 8 inches. The same thing you did on the other side, please go ahead and do it on the other side of this dress. So the wideness of your pocket should be about 7, 8, depending on what you want. So I was done with this, and I'm just going to go ahead and do my stitch. But before then, you know the dress, there's a slit by the end of the dress, right? When I was done sewing that end part of that dress, I'm going to have a slit right there. So I'm going to be coming up from the hem of that dress by 15, depending on your client desire, right? You can do 15, you can do 17, you can do 20. So the same thing I did on the other side, I'm doing on this other side. So now my pocket, this is my pocket. Remember that I was done sewing, right? I'm done shaping my clothes. So the only opening we're having here is the pocket opening. So on one side of the pocket opening, like the opposite side, I'm going to be placing my pocket over it like this. I'll open it. You know, it's very slim, so I'll open it and place it and sew it. Then the other side that is remaining, I'm going to open it again and place on it and sew. Then when I'm done sewing, I'm going to go ahead and stitch around the pocket, and this is what the pocket looks like. Right, this tutorial, it's something that needs to be careful around it. Go through it. If you don't understand, go again and watch. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. If this has been helpful to you, please leave a comment in the comment section. Get to us, tell us what you like about this practical. So this is what the tutorial looks, the dress looks right on the mannequin. So I'm not wearing it because it's not my dress, it's for my clients. Right, so this is how it looks. So beautiful and classy, simple but classy. So don't forget to hit on that subscribe button and subscribe to my channel. Click on that notification bell to get notified anytime I drop a sewing video. So in Floxiify community, what we'll be sharing is creative sewing ideas, trendy styles, and don't forget, we will not give you anything short of creativity. So subscribe to my channel, like, share, and comment. So until I see you again in my next video, I love you all. Bye bye.